Would you like to make great memories this holiday season without spending all your money? Hey, Cici Cheney here, and today I'm sharing 8 genius ways to save money during the holiday season while still making great memories. So I ran across a jam-packed article full of goodies, and I pulled out 8 of them that I thought were really clever to help you have a really great holiday season while saving some money too. So let's go ahead and dig in. Now, first is very simple, and this is clean your house before the holidays, right? So yes, I'm telling you to clean, and the reason that you'll do this is because you will be amazed at what you have left over and stuffed in cabinets and drawers and all sorts of things from last year, right? Maybe you've already got wrapping paper, maybe you've already got tape, maybe you've already got decor and bows, right? But we're often really tempted to, like, we're out and shopping and we see stuff and we often grab it without having really an inventory of what we've already got. I can't tell you how many times I've bought wrapping paper and still had leftover wrapping paper from the year before, right? So making sure that you clean your home will really make a huge difference. Now, tip number 2 is probably one of my favorites because it's something that I've been learning to implement all over my life. And this is learning to say no, right? So when you need to. The holidays are a busy time. They're a fun time. You get invitations for all sorts of things, potlucks and get-togethers and all these things. And sometimes you don't wanna, right? And sometimes you're overwhelmed. And sometimes you don't have the extra cash to spare. And when any of those things come up for you, say no. Hey, thanks for the invite. Can't do that today, right? Or I'm not going to be able to make it, right? And save yourself some money that way. Now, tip number 3 is for those of you who have family living in other areas and you can't afford the plane ticket this year. This is a really fun idea that you could take advantage of. And this is sort of arranging a holiday Skype-a-thon or FaceTime-a-thon or Zoom-a-thon, right? Which is basically an opportunity for you to actually visit and connect with your friends and family who live far away, without spending the extra hundreds of dollars buying plane tickets, right? And if you've got a family, that can very quickly turn into thousands of dollars, but you can turn it into a big thing where on, December 23rd at 3 p.m., we're gonna get all the kids together and we're gonna have a Skype-a-thon with our cousins in, South Dakota. I'm just making that up. I've never been to South Dakota, right? But having a little fun Skype-a-thon rather than paying for those plane tickets is a fun way to do that. Tip number 4, right? Let me know if any of these stick out for you. Tip number 4 is for my creative friends, right? So I am not crafty. That is not my jam. But if you are crafty, this is a fun way for you to both get exercise in, right? Because we always talk about health and wellness tips as well, and create some really cool things. So tip number 4 is to make your own wreaths and centerpieces the old-fashioned way while getting some exercise in, right? So what you do is take a little nature walk. And while you're walking, collect acorns and pine cones and leaves and vines that you can use to decorate and create your own wreaths and centerpieces. Again, this is a fun thing that you can do with your family as well. You can make it like a craft project if that's your jam, right? Tip number 5, which many of you might think, okay, I already do that, but I like the little add-on that this article had. So they say buy a fake Christmas tree that you can use every year, right? Like ding, ding, ding. A lot of people do that. But the little genius idea here is place free discarded branches from a tree lot in a vase to provide that evergreen scent, right? So this is kind of like the last tip where you can use things that you can get for free. In this case, some branches from real Christmas trees, and use that in your decoration, use that in your decor to still get that wonderful Christmas tree scent without having to, buy a tree every year, right? So that's tip number 5. Tip number 6 is another one of those fun things that you could do as a family for decorations. And this is kind of like a retro spin, right? Why don't you spend some time stringing popcorn and cranberries while watching a holiday classic on the TV? So this is like a nice family thing that you can do to decorate and be a part and make those memories that we're talking about in a very affordable way, right? Popcorn's not going to cost you very much. Cranberries aren't going to cost you very much, but the memory that you and your family will have together will last forever, which is what the holidays is all about, right? Now, tip number 7 I really like, and this is clean out your trunk before driving long distance for those holiday get-togethers, right? I don't know about you, but I used to drive a very messy car. That's just me being honest, right? Like my car used to be a hot mess. I used to drive for a living. I had to go from site to site to site, and I always had so much extra stuff, right? I think some of my social work friends can kind of understand that you've got flyers and you've got, documents and all these things you have to carry with you, and it can sort of weigh down your car. Now, every pound of extra weight in your car will decrease your gas mileage. So before you go out on these long distance drives, clear out your trunk. Save yourself some money in gas and drive a cleaner car, right? So that's like a double benefit right there. Hey, thanks for having on. And finally, the last tip number 8, which is something that I used to do before we left the U.S., and this is check your local community calendar for free holiday concerts and festivals, right? So this is something that not enough people take advantage of. We had a really great community. We were in a suburb of Dallas, and that we had all sorts of fun concerts and festivals and get-togethers and things that our community would put on that not everybody knew about. So do a Google search of your community. What city are you in? Plus calendar, and see what's happening in your community. Are there free holiday concerts happening? Are there light shows? Are there festivals happening that you and your family can go to have great memories without spending a whole bunch of money? So I'm gonna take a deep breath there. Oh, right? Those are 8 genius ways to save money this holiday season while still making really great memories with your family. Now, if you thought those were some good tips, because I know that they were, right? If you thought those were good, then you're going to want the other 5 money-saving tips that I found, right? Want to ensure that you don't go over budget, or maybe you want to save on your electricity despite the holiday lights. Well, I've got some more genius tips that can help you with that and a lot more. So go ahead and send, I will be more than happy to send them your way completely free. When you go to my page, click the message button, send me a little message, and then I'll get that right on over to you. So that's what I've got for you today. Until next time, ciao.